Hello gamers and welcome back to Let's Play and Learn Europa Universalis 5 with Sweden. And I checked a bit on the religious stuff, and apparently you can get a religious disaster if your stability goes below 20 or if you don't have 80 plus religious unity. Now the thing is, it only triggers apparently in the Age of Reformation. As you can see, lady maintenance will be worse and stuff. But there's no information on the religious disaster here. Age of Reformation. So the thing is, we're still quite a bit away from the Age of Reformation, which will start in 1537. So if we manage to convert everything sufficiently with the help of our advisors, that would be good. But we are still converting. So I want to see if I can get one cabinet position extra. So we have this. This gives us a cabinet seat. But well, this is in the wrong tree. So, question is, should I just dare and embrace religious location? Everything is still Catholic, and embrace the Protestantism, the Lutheranism. I mean, we're getting let's wait at least a little bit. Get a little bit more, and then we will push it. Also over here, I think it's not. Where was religion again? It's population. Stockholm is very popular. Look at this, they're moving away to this. I don't like that. Where's the religion thing? Tactical. It's a cool map. I need to make better use of it. Supply. Cultures, religion. We have Orthodox, Catholic, very little bit Lutheran. Now let's build some stuff. I actually want better harbors now, if I can. There's already a protected harbor. How about here? There's none yet, so let's build one. Okay, they're already building the wharf, so I've queued it unnecessarily. This was a mistake, let's undo it. Here we can actually build quite a bit. Let's actually give them a theater. It's not all about the money. Here we can get more livestock. Here we can get more horses. Linköping is only 656. So that's not too great. We won't earn that much here with anything really. Let me check 39. Time maker. Let's go for 1 spinner's guild. And Söder copying. This is a turn, this is also a turn, but this doesn't seem to be. Yeah, this is the capital, I think. This is the same province. Yeah. Yeah, I can't build anything right now. That's okay. And the reason I want to go Protestantism without checking it out that much in detail right now, the differences, is that I want to get the achievement that I help, the Protestants in the religious war. Selling of titles. They are quite happy, so let's actually do it. This would allow us to embrace the age of discovery. This could help me beeline to the cabinet position. Now, what do I have queued? Antagonism received, army morale, logistics distance, how far an army can trace for food source. This is also really important stuff. Supply limit goes up of all locations. That's really good. Training fields can be built in rural locations for manpowers. And we have all the ship stuff, high artists cost, and so on. Construction center. What does that do? Construction capacity +1. How many buildings we can build at the same time? Yeah, well, 1 at a time is currently still good. The Parliament of Westeros. While casting about for a way to bolster our economy, one enterprising council member discovered an interesting solution. It seems many rulers in our part of the world, inspired by Martin Luther and his 95 Theses, are embracing new religious ideals and subsequently seizing valuable assets formerly owned by the church. If we did the same, it could be an opportunity not only to refill our coffers, but to more decisively consolidate our power. During the Swedish Liberation War, the Crown had accrued enormous debts to the Hanseatic League, and Gustav Vasa needed money quickly in order to placate the powerful merchants. So now we know why they turned Protestant. At the Parliament of Westeros in the summer of 1527, he took the first step towards Protestantism when the church was obliged to lend the state money in the form of silver chalices, bells, and other valuable objects. Over the coming 3 decades, Sweden gradually slipped into the evangelic faith, despite several uprisings. Okay, we can actually convert now. So it's actually a good thing I didn't embrace it yet, because we could get this historic event, and we are not even in the age of Reformation yet, so this is fantastic. Let's do it. We have converted to Lutheranism. Okay, all our alliances have been broken. Oh no, but we must rejoice. Turn our backs on the old corrupt order and embrace the one primary religion. We are no longer part of the Catholic Church, as the country has changed its religion and must look for new spiritual guidance elsewhere. But we are still in the defensive league, it would seem. And the Swedish Union? Well, this is obviously because it's paused. Printing press. Let's take a look at let's see what happens in the next tick. This is going to be very scary. Is there a university in Visby? No, there's not, so let's build one. Okay, there was the tick. It's now a bit. Well, we have like 20% Lutheranism everywhere. It's not too bad. Okay, I need to turn up the volume again a bit at least. So I think we can. Population growth also really nice. Settle tribes in stabilized country. We really need more people here. Where's convert? Convert province. Local pop conversion speed. To Lutheranism, please. And obviously we go for Upland first. Converting to Lutheranism. That's good. Okay, what we can do is dissolve monasteries. Stockholm loses one. Okay, we lose lots of monasteries and we gain money. And we can also grant ourselves a divorce. We can deport heretics, invite a foreign cleric. And there will be religious aspects. How do I gain this? I hope this wasn't a bad idea. We gain plus 011. Liturgical language. We can actually change that to Swedish. This is cool. Primary religion, this is where it can be changed. Accepted cultures 1.68 Finnish, Gutnish, Terrestrian Karelian, Kven. Lots of tolerated stuff. Okay, let's unpause. And I would love to finish this quickly. So it's currently 20.02%. Now in Abo, we can build a protected harbor. Oh, there's also no granary yet, but I think I will go for the protected harbor first. The last days of Sweden. Religious fervor has gripped Sweden. Maybe that's why it's called the Gripen, the fighter jet. As the populace has become convinced that the end of days is drawing near, peasants are claiming to see signs in the sky, and contrary to the doctrine of the state church, local priests are giving sermons on the apocalypse. As millenarianism sweeps the province, blame is being put on the state and the state church itself, which professes to be Lutheran, yet clearly is not living up to its name. Official relations to this unrest have so far been very weak, as even some among the clergy of Stockholm feel that these fears are justified. Try to calm the situation, act forcefully, or they are right, afraid, repent, for the end is nigh. Let's try to calm the situation. Okay. Helsinger will also get a protected harbor. Does Viborg have a protected harbor already? It does not. It seems. And I can't afford it right now. We need to wait one tick. Now the protected harbor will give me harbor capacity, and the harbor capacity reduces the cost of going from sea to land and vice versa. So this is going to be very helpful. And let me check the maritime presence. It's still 0. That sucks so hard. I really wonder why they are going across this tile. For example, here, it's also 0% in the North Baltic. Well, I guess we are working on it. Are you patrolling still? No, why not? Patrol the bloody Northern Baltic. And maybe get an additional bark. $42.31. Oh no, we are losing people. Why is that? Minus 30,000. They're all escaping to Denmark, it would appear. Okay, let's work on the situation in these border territories. It's not about the money now. It's just going to be a little bit of money. We're going to get a priest here. Scholars as ancient as Aristotle. Okay, fund the research. So no, we can't do it. When we need more priests. Okay, now it's minus 340. I think that this massive exodus has been slowed down a little bit. Why is this drawing so many people in? This is worrying. We have a market village, we have a forest village. Let's build a market village as well. Let's build a market village here as well. I mean, what I could do, if I was to build a road from here to here, I think it should help quite a bit. How much would it be? 105 only? Because if I look at the proximity, this is coming this way, so this is actually quite good. And I'm also, going to build a protected harbor here, which will help. One more tick and we can build it. I will even build it first, it's taking ages. Well, I need to consider that I also need to go for the different institution, the printing press. I kind of hope it spreads a bit still. And maybe the road should be built first, I don't know. No pain, no gain. Plutocracy. Yeah, let's go for the happiness. Need one more tick. There it is. Here we go. Opferdinger, Road Builder, to Conga. And I think this is the path it's taking, right? It's actually not. I mean, look at this. I guess it should calculate the best way, so I guess this will be better once there's a road. But I'm not sure, to be honest, so maybe this was a waste of money. Currently it's 30, we'll see how it changes. Now I think I should save up for the next institution. Yeah, they are losing population. Is Spork. Maybe people don't like it here. For whatever reason. Control is basically 0. Researched military drill. Yeah, I'm going for this, even though the other stuff might be better. Like the flute, I think it's a light ship, right? No, it's a cargo ship. That will be helpful as well. So 304, it costs went down a little bit. I think I can go for the attack the tower now. Will take some time to get the research done, I think. I think I should try to increase their opinion of us. Even though we are stronger than them. Coming of age. So this road is almost ready. We can ask for money if we had enough favors. So let's actually curry some favors here. We've got the gravel road. Still 29.93. But we must maybe just have to wait for another tick. Actually, it's going this way now. Monthly changes plus. Yeah, it has increased a tiny little bit, not much, to be honest. And most likely not really worth it. You know, 34%. Protestants here. Still have some time left. Tall Castle will be destroyed. That's fantastic. How much stability? 20. We have quite a few Orthodox zealots by now. We will need to crush that eventually. And I feel like we are at the end of the world, quite literally. But Lithuania is even worse. We need a town somewhere here so we can actually. But there's hardly any people here. I think I'm inclined to build a cathedral. For the migration attraction. What about Raumo? We have a cathedral. They have quite a few people actually. We need to make that a town first. Average literacy is 12.12. Don't know if that's good or bad. Okay, we can go for the next stage. Let's mothball them. People make us build. Where's the proximity coming from? It's coming via sea, which means that a protected harbor would be helpful also. Yeah, well, 1,000 people work there, but still, I think it's worth it. With the harbor capacity, let's do it. I want to get these islands here. It would be good to get these fortresses here. So that I can solidify the border. Could I maybe offer them to join me? I think they are someone's vassal. Royal marriage, improving opinion. Their overlord is Lithuania. And Vitebsk probably the same. Yep. And Ryazan. They have their own subjects. Oka. And this one, that's interesting. It's actually, it seems to be like the wrong way around. Okay. We're down to 0%. 20.47 still is the stability cost. Yeah, look at that. It's still 30. It hardly increased at all. Where are you getting your proximity from? From up here via the lake. Them as well, them as well. Because this counts as like 100% actually. So it would be worthwhile. Build a road from here to here, I think. Let's see what happens. It's all quite expensive. But let's do it. Tech space here obviously isn't great. We can potentially improve it. Control is just 22.17. Nation is growing again. Jackson can get some buildings. The Papermakers Guild. You must reject their petition, I'm sorry. We have like a religion thing here where I can see a lot of anti-piracy died. So we have 22.2% Lutheranism. That's not much. In Newplant, we are approaching the 50% mark. They will finish this. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 more ticks till we get this. Trade expedition, trade advantage, or yeah, let's go for rush of merchants. So we can trade more. Okay. Now let's embrace printing press. There we go. The ability to mass read the written word, which is really important. Because we want to beeline I think I might have cabinet laws, was it that? Oh no. I think I was looking here. Or not, maybe. I don't know. Cabinet laws. Cabinet. Seats. No, there we go. It was correct. So we need to get here as quickly as possible. It's just going to take ages. Everything we get on the way is quite decent, at least. So let's go for in Stockholm. Sponsor university is tempting. Where would that university be? In Helsinge. Now, where's Helsinge? Here. And they don't have a university yet. So yeah, let's do that. Need to get some support. Change policy, reenact the closed borders policy, disallow foreign migration, monthly progress to traditional list. Or we can have, where can we have open borders? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at our laws. I actually might not want to have open borders. Let's close the borders of a country to migration in either direction. But we would become traditional list. Let's check traditional list quickly. States, parliament, cabinet, laws, values. Traditionalist gives us state satisfaction, embrace institution cost goes up. Stability investment cost goes down. And innovative. It's better for embracing institutions and for knowledge. But I guess we can be a bit traditionalist. Currently, we are ticking towards innovative, thanks to sponsoring a university though only. But we need the support of the... No, I actually don't want that. Support spiritualist, we can do that. But this is by far not going to be enough, to be honest, whatever we do here. We need to do change policy. We would take a stability hit of 12, which would lead us into the negative, which I do not really want. Let's invest a bit more. A little bit more in stability. Granary, Forest Village, Wharf, Spinner's Guild. First books printed. With our adaptation of the marvelous invention of the movable type printing press, books can now be copied in large numbers, spreading knowledge much quicker. This can be used both for good and for bad. It can be used to promote the understanding of God, but could also be used to entice men into sin. Dialogus Creatorum Moralisatus was the first book printed in Sweden. It was not so much a book as a collection of texts about everything in life, from stars to metals to animals and more. The writer was unknown, but it was a collection of texts and many references to both the Bible and texts from antiquity. This will teach us everything, research progress, and more humanist. Or we go for this will teach us everything, stability. Yeah, let's go the historic path here with the research bonus. We should invest in Gefle regardless of the result. I mean, we go for the development, right? Where's Gefle? Yeah, this is actually quite good. Let's go for the development. I need to change that with the borders anyway. What about the maritime presence here? Here it's kind of like 3.62, which is like close to 0. What the hell are they doing down there, really? Only Denmark is in the pickle a bit. See what we can build. How much is fish gonna give us? Hardly anything. No, I don't want them. Okay, this would give us free Reichstag support. Let's do it. What does that urban parliament seat do? The seat of political power. We can get rid of it again, I think. West African coastline awaits, but not for me. Well, we could explore. 10 per month is a lot, of course, for Greenland area. It's a sought after area these days. Let's first maybe populate some provinces. Let's go for the border ones like these. 250 for all of them, I think, yeah. Current debate. We get the development in Enkoping. The gravel road is still being built to Albo. 22, I need to remember that. They finally understand us, we gain even more support. So we will lose some coin. So I wonder why does this province have such a good... Do they have like a natural harbor or something? Harbor capacity, local infrastructure, administration pays into it as well. It's coming across this, but why? Why? Coastal location. Harbor, natural harbor 005. Also 005. I really don't know why it's going this way. This needs to become a town ASAP. Some stuff is being built. Money, money, money. Let's max this out. Just achieve the lock. The spice must flow. Let's get some lumber from here. Sturdy grains, always good. Some livestock. We're not even at 50% here yet. We have 17 years left. And with the max literacy increase, we should get a nice bonus as well. Building a counting house. I need to Google a bit if counting house is worth it. I mean, we can also build like a bailiff, I think. And the bailiff will give plus 20 local proximity core source, but also plus 100% local nobles power. But in this fortress place, I think a bailiff might actually be in it. Well, we can't build a bailiff here. Apparently it's only in rural locations. Let's ignore their demands. They're going down anyway. So here I could build a bailiff. Only for rural settlements. Or rural locations, I should say. Protestantism is spreading quite a bit. Crown Prince is ready. Plus 1%. It's not really that much. It's a bit, but not that much. We're not building all that much for money. We need to do something about it. Brewery needs... Yeah, it can be pretty much anything. Let's build a brewery. Can I actually still build monasteries? I think I can't, right? This would give me quite a lot of plutocracy, which I don't really need right now. Let's make them happy. Can I theoretically remove this parliament seat? Never. That's a bit shocking. Let me Google. Give away, cede the province. With the unwanted seat to another nation, if you reacquire it later, it might not have a seat. Rotten boroughs. State power specific events. Okay. Got the max literacy. General died. Now this has been built, the road, but the maximum control goes up to 46.3. If that's so, that's definitely worth it. At least in the long run. New policies are available. Education. Uneducated masses is what I've got. Epic tradition. Individual apprenticeships. That's good, very good for literacy. Personal religious education. Pretty much everyone gets it, but we don't get a trade advantage. Or religious teachings. For nobles, clergy, burghers, peasants, everyone gets it. Clergy gets happy, we become spiritualist. Do you want individualism? Let me quickly check. Army morale, naval morale, pop migration. I think in the long run I do want it, but not really right now. And also the stability cost would be too high. Change it now. And I think we will need to consider removing some privileges sooner rather than later. I will now save up for the town, and that will be one of the first things we do in the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until then, bye for now.